kings of the other nations. The kings of the other nations. And he took up this parable, and this is what he told them. Keep going.
And said, Balaam, the son of Beor, hath said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he has said, which heard the words of Yahweh, and he knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but now I shall behold him.
He said, I shall see him, but not now. Keep going.
But not now. There shall come a star out of Jacob.
There's going to come a star out of Jacob. There's going to come a star out of Jacob. So all these men had to be main astrologers, because when they heard this prophecy, they wrote down in their cuneiform and scratched into their stone that Balaam said, whenever we see this star, it's going to be the star of Jacob.
He didn't say this the allegory?
No. And when they see this star, this is what's going to happen to all our kingdoms. Keep going.
And a scepter shall rise out. Scepter shall rise out of Israel.
So the scepter going to rise out of Israel. So they know once they see this star, a scepter was going to come out of Israel. Keep going.
And shall smite the corners of Moab.
So they're going to smite the corners of Moab. Keep going.
And shall destroy all the children of Seth.
They're going to destroy the children of Seth. Keep going.
And Edom.
And Edom.
And shall possess, and it shall be a possession.
Edom going to be a possession. So now when Herod heard about this child and the star, why you think he was so scared?
I got a quick piece of it.
Keep going.
Seir also shall be a possession of his enemies. And Israel shall do vanity.
Valiantly. Yeah. Keep going.
Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion.
Out of Jacob gonna come he that have dominion. So all these other kings, they're hearing this. Keep going.
And shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
Hold on, not to cut you off. All these kingdoms understood out of Israel.
So when you just read in Jeremiah now that they go inherit lies.
Right.
Because they all knew this at one time.
Right.
Keep going.
And he looked on Amalek. He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. But his latter end shall be that perish forever.
He gonna do what? He gonna perish forever? Keep going.
And he looked on the Kenites, and took up his parable, and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nets in a rock. Nevertheless, the Canaanites shall be wasted.
So the Kenite gonna be wasted. Now understand, we have this in our scriptures today, but this wasn't given to us. This was given to Moses to write down. So these kings, they made a copy of this prophecy. They had this prophecy sitting in their libraries or their scrolls or in cuneiform or however you want to label it. So you see all these people, and he says, ships shall come from the coast of Chittim, and shall afflict Asher, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever. So you see all these people that you think they didn't pass letters to these people like, hey man, this gonna happen. Why you think they have?
And this kind of prove this here to you.
Keep going.
You know, like I said, when they understand these nations of people, that they understand it was written for old. This is back in Joshua 9. I'm gonna start at verse 8. This one when we start at verse 7. And it says, and the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, peradventure ye dwell among us, how shall we make a league with you? And they said unto Joshua, we are thy servants. servants.
We are what?
Are thy servants.
Uh-huh.
And Joshua said unto them, Who are ye? And from whence come ye? And they said unto him, From a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of thy Lord thy power. For we have heard the fame of him.
They did what?
We have heard the fame of him and all that he did. That's the same thing the Lord said that was going to happen again. That these people were going to come bearing that they heard all the fame and the power of the Most High. Because he's going to make his name known unto these people now. And they're going to come doing the same thing.
Hold on a second, my brother. When Herod was turned into a beast, when the handwritten was written on the wall, you didn't think they put them in the rain? You thought it was something that the next day everybody forgot about it?
Nebuchadnezzar. You said Herod.
Oh, I'm sorry. Salakia, thank you. When Nebuchadnezzar was turned into a beast, you think they didn't put these in these records? You didn't think they have records of these things that's written? And then who's going to have it? The so-called priests or the so-called wise men at that time, which was the astrologers or the magi.
Ask the question. What would make a man be so great at power at the time? Rank, rule, Nebuchadnezzar. All of a sudden to be braying like a donkey eating grass. What would make a man go from that kind of state to that estate? It can't be nothing but the Lord. This is back in 1 Joshua 9 and verse 10. And all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon, king of Heshbon, and to Og, and king of Bashan, which was at Asher. So all these things was written. Then these people would know these things.
What about the ark? When the ark went into, when the Philistines had the ark?
These things would have been written that these things
You don't think they had this stuff in their history? This is Judith, chapter 5. Then it was declared of Holofernes, the chief captain of Am and Asher, that the children of Israel had prepared for war and had shut up the passages. And jump to verse 2, he said, wherewith he was angry and called the princes of Moab and the captains of Ammon and all the governors of the sea. And he said unto them, tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is. So now he like, man, who the hell is these people? Let's see what they told him. And then said Achior, verse 5, then Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord not hear a word from the mouth of our servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people. So I'm going to tell you the truth about these people, which dwelleth near thee and inhabited the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. So I'm pretty sure the Lord is making us speak this at this time.
Say that again. No lie. Go ahead.
This people are descended from the Chaldeans. And when jump down to verse 8, for they left the way of their ancestors and worshipped the God of heaven, and whom they knew, so they cast them out of the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia and served there many days. Now he's talking about Abraham and his family. And he commanded them. Now I'm jumped down. They say, whilst they sinned, verse 17, whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because God that hated iniquity was with them. Well, let me see what nation this man was from. Chief captain of all the sons of Ammon. This must have been an Israelite. This must have been one of the scattered. That was one of the scattered Israelites.
That's a Jake, right?
Yeah, that's Jake. Come on, man. He said, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into the land that was not theirs. And their cities were taken by the enemies, but now they are returned to their God. They are come up from the place where they're scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and they're seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that they shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, so there somebody else from another nation knew. I mean, this is in their information. How somebody from another nation just because it was always in their records?
Well, I mean, I would just say this right here to go along with what you're saying right here.
You know.